Hi, and thanks for joining me today. It is Patty from pspapercrafts, and I'm here to show you the card that I made for our monthly Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. So this month we featured the Country Lane suite of products from the new mini catalog, and I work with 11 other demonstrators, and we each create a project. Could be a card, could be a little treat box or whatever, and we use the suite that we are featuring, and we can come up with a bundle of projects, and each month we have the PDF available. This is the team and the colors and the suite that we're using, and these are the people. This is me, Patty Dolan, and then we have 12 different projects, and each project will have a picture, measurements, the link to the website or the blog that people, each demonstrator has, and then the instructions. So I'm going to demonstrate the card that I made for the suite, and I just wanted to show you what it is. So this is from the new mini catalog, and we're using this suite, and I love this. I'm not a big Valentine card person, but I made a lot of cards that were not Valentine because the paper is so pretty and it has this gingham. And just so you know, if you were interested in a whole suite of products, you could just put in the number for the suite and you can get all of these products, okay? Or you can buy them individually. And so that's what I did, and I got the whole Megillah. So there's a stamp set with a coordinating punch, and that punches out this stamp. And there are the pastel adhesive back sequins, which we're going to use on this. There's this beautiful gingham paper, which I did not use on this, but I've used it on other cards. It's very pretty. And then this is the paper that we'll be using today. This is the Country Floral Lane 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. So let's get started with the card. Oh, and we're going to use the ribbon. I love this ribbon, and I love the combination of them. Some of the projects, and I've made cards with that, they'll have, like this one has both ribbons, one laying on top of another, and I think that's such a pretty look. So let's get our pieces out. I have my pieces pre-cut, and we're using a thick basic white card base, and then we're using this pattern. You could use this pattern as well, but I'm using this pattern. And I have cut 2 circles, one from Real Red. Now the color in this is Sweet Sorbet, but I know a lot of people were using Real Red because the ribbon is Real Red, and it just looks good. It looks like it's just a darker shade of the Sweet Sorbet, so I think it's fine. So I used the Stylish Shapes dies, and I cut the largest and the second largest circles. So I used the largest with the Real Red and then the basic white. So those are those pieces. And then I just have a strip of basic white, and let's do our stamping. I'm going to stamp in Real Red, and I'm doing Happy Valentine's Day. This is a very easy card to make, but I think it's pretty. And you could even put Happy Birthday or something else. You don't have to do Happy Valentine's Day. And we'll just pull that off. And then I punched it using this Happy Labels punch. You can banner it. So this is a newer punch. It kind of has a ticket look, and then just this small scallop. So I like to unlock it, and then I like to feed it in the back. So I'm going to use this smaller one, and I'll just feed it back here. And I could probably shorten it even if I wanted to. Let's see how it will look this way. I think that's okay. So let's put our pieces together. Well, let's first, this is my inside. Let's first punch. So I'm going to punch this heart using this right from the paper. Now you could stamp it and punch it. So again, I'm going to unlock it, and I will feed this in. So this will just punch the whole thing. So you're going to get, and I'm at the end of the paper, but I only want the red heart, so I'm okay with this. But you would get the leaves and the smaller heart if you wanted all of it. So we've got that piece done. We'll put that up here. And then I'm going to punch. I want the heart from this side of the paper, but I want it going the opposite direction of this. I don't want it to be the same direction. So I'm going to actually punch it not from the front, but from the back. And I'm going to try to get this little heart out of this while I do this punch. Let's see how we can make that work. So I'm not really concerned about how this lines up, but I want this heart. I want to make sure I have it nice and covered, the whole thing. Okay. So now if I flip this heart over, it's going in the opposite direction, right? And then I have this little heart with those flowers. So easy, right? So before we put this layer down, we're going to put some of the ribbon down. So I just love this ribbon. We'll take this real red ribbon, and I'm just going to cut a piece that's a little bit longer than the layer so we can Scotch tape it in the back. So we'll just cut this off here and put this over here and kind of decide where we want this. So I'm going to take my sentiment, kind of get an eye for where we want it. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to just wrap it around, get some Scotch tape. I'll get 2 pieces here. I should have done that first. Oops. And put that back here. Usually I pull off the tape first. All right, and then we'll go right across here, put this in the back, tape it, and now we have our layer ready to go on the card. So let's put that down with some liquid glue. And you can just use a tape, you know, the Stamp and Seal or whatever tape runner you use for the back if you don't want to use the Scotch tape. I just find the Scotch tape to be easier. So now we have this nice white border around this piece with the hearts. So pretty. And let's put this together. See, very simple card. So before we put it down, let's put it on here. And let's see, what I did was I used dimensionals to put this down. So let me get my dimensionals down and kind of arrange it. And the key with this is we want to make sure we don't put dimensional here so that it's just here and up here. We don't want this to be popped up on top of this heart, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just put dimensionals across the whole, this whole heart. It's the heart above it that we want to be careful of. And you can punch out any of the colors that you want. So we'll just put this kind of here. And then we want to make sure we don't put one here. So I'm going to hold it here and just put it here. Now you can put some adhesive here. You don't have to, but let's do it just to hold it in place. But this one-dimensional, pretty strong. So we're just going to have this like this. And then we'll put a dimensional on this heart. Let's see if it will fit. I made this a while ago. Yep. Yeah, you don't want it to show through. If it does, you can just cut it down before you put it on. So I'm going to actually put it this way. On this one, I have it going the other way. They all arrange a little bit differently, and let's put this down. Just whatever looks good to you. Okay, and then we're going to put this down flat. I don't want it on popped because I already have the hearts popped. Unless if you're putting it in an envelope, that might be a lot. In the mail, I should say. But if you're just going to hand it to someone, you can pop it up as much as you want. And then let's put some dimensionals on here. See how easy this is? And this, so this tutorial bundle, I guess I didn't say it. If you order from me any amount, and you can go to my blog, pspapercrafts.com, and there's a shopping link there. If you place an order with me, I will send you the PDF. And if you're a demonstrator and you don't want to place an order with me, you can go to the tutorial button on my blog, and you can get the tutorial. You can purchase it there. So it's really great. Every month I do a new one, and there's some really great projects. I mean, the girls, or the demonstrators, I shouldn't call them the girls, the demonstrators that I work with are very talented, and they're pretty, they're pretty clean and simple kind of cards. So it's a good way to get ideas, and you don't even have to use this suite. You can, get the ideas and use it with other products. Okay, so we'll just do this one, and then we'll put this down with a glue dot. This is a little long, but I think it's okay. So let me get a glue dot. So let me just pull one off of here. Oh, these are all stuck here. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a glue dot off of here, put it on the back of here. Yeah, I think I should have made this a little bit shorter, but we're good with it. I wasn't thinking about the bow. And then I just put some of these sequins, and they're nice because they're adhesive backed, and you get balmy blue and petal pink and gold, and there's 2 sheets. So one is small and one is large, and I'm just going to put the smalls down. So we'll put one here. Okay, so the card is done the outside. Let's do an inside layer. So on the inside, I just had a piece of this, and then I put that on my white layer. Before we do that, we stamp, though, because we want to make sure if our stamping is not good, we can flip it over. So I'm going to take this. So this comes as one stamp, but there's plenty of room to just ink up one. There's a lot of room here. You can cut this if you wanted to, but then it might be hard to line up with the punch. So let's ink it up with the real red ink. And I'm just going to be careful not to get the other heart. I'm lifting it up so you can see it, but I just want to make sure I get it inked good. And this one I went off a little bit. I'm going to try to keep it on completely. There you go. Okay, and then we could just put this right down. Well, let's put this down first. So if I made a mistake, I could flip it, and this wasn't on it, so I didn't have to worry about, getting another piece. So this is just 3/4 of an inch. That's what I usually put for the bottoms. And then we'll just put this down on the inside. And the card is done. So again, if you purchase from my online store, I will send you an email with a link for my the PDF with the 12 projects. If you place a $50 order, I will send you also a free pack of the Milky Dots This is my January ordering special, so it's the adhesive back Milky Dots. So any orders, online orders from my store, I'll send you a $50 order, I should say, $50 in product before shipping and tax. I'll send you this, and you will also get the link for the PDF for this. So these are the cards. I think they're really pretty. Again, this is the PDF. These are so here's my project. It's just a little snapshot of it, and here's some of the other projects, and there's 3 more in addition to these. So thanks for joining me, and if you enjoyed this, please follow me and give me a thumbs up on it. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Bye.